going to go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jerry Gibbons. For those of you who don't know me, I teach the weekly yoga class here at MoFo, and I've been around for a while. So today we're going to practice chair yoga, and you can use any chair you want to for this one. I'm using a chair from my dining room. You can use a desk chair, as long as it's a stable chair that you can lean around in. Anything too rolly might have to be on carpet or something, but we'll make it work either way. This practice is meant to be accessible for you, so if something doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. And I always like to give a little bit of background of chair yoga. So it was originally developed for people who are chair bound, so that they can practice yoga and be comfortable um, in their bodies and get the experience of a regular yoga class. And a few years ago, I realized that it's actually really helpful to do these practices uh, when you're sitting at a desk most of the day. And many of us, being homebound right now in quarantine, we really need to make sure that we're counterposing the act of sitting. And we can do that even while we're sitting. We're going to do that. We're going to do probably about 20 minutes of chair yoga, and then we're going to end with a little bit of meditation. So, yeah, let's start by getting centered. So, sitting comfortably in your chair. I recommend having the feet flat on the ground. And if you want to lean back against the back of the chair for now, you can. Make yourself comfortable. We're just going to go inward for a few minutes and then we'll start moving. So allow your eyes to close if that's comfortable for you. And become aware of your body resting here. Maybe feeling gravity pulling you down toward the earth. Just letting that happen. And then notice your breath in your body. Aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. Sense of expansion as you inhale, sense of contraction, release as you exhale. Go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Carefully allow your eyes to open, bringing yourself back to the space around you. All right. So sitting tall. And for this first one, if you have arms on your chair, I don't personally have arms on my chair, but if you have arms on your chair, you might want to sit forward because we're going to be doing some movement with the arms down. Okay. So you want to make sure the spine is tall. So whatever you have to do to get that length. And then we'll begin to move with your breath. So with your next inhale, go ahead and lift the arms up onto the side and overhead. And exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, lift the arms up and over. And exhale, release the arms down. And we're just going to continue this for a few more rounds. And as you lift the arms overhead, feel the heart turn toward the ceiling. And then exhale, the arms come down. Beginning to warm up the shoulders here and beginning to link your breath and your movement. Let's do about two more. Good. And then lift your arms all the way overhead, interlace your fingers, and then press your palms away from your head, extending through your wrists. Now sit up a little bit taller if you can, and think about taking the wrists back behind you. The heart pressing forward, and we're still breathing here. So aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. Good. Deep breath in here, reach. Exhale, carefully release the arms down. Feel sensation as that circulation returns to the arms and hands. Good. Even that starts to shift things. So having your hands just rest on top of your thighs or knees will do what are called spinal flex. So with your inhale, take your shoulders up towards your ears, take them toward the back of the room, and look up. And with your exhale, round forward, drop the chin, mid back reaching toward the ceiling. Inhale, rolling back, heart opening, and exhale, rounding forward. Good. I'll do this from a profile so you can see too. Inhale, taking the shoulders back, heart lifting. Exhale, rounding forward. And we'll just do again a few more of these, warming up the spine here. And especially the flex version of this, the heart opening, is a strong counterpose to our normal seated posture. Good. As you inhale this time, open the heart, take the shoulders back, and stay in the pose. Keep breathing. Heart opening toward the ceiling. Feeling that opening in the front of your body. Two more breaths here. And then shrug the shoulders up towards your ears to help the neck up. And then come back to a neutral spine. Good. All right. So if you're not already there, I'll have you sit toward the edge of your seat. I know you're waiting. And take your feet just a little bit wider apart. So my knees are about a little bit wider than my chair, my feet stacking underneath my knees. This will just help make it stable as we do some stretching here in just a moment. So we'll do one side, then we'll do the other. So have your right hand just resting on the thigh or knee, and extend the left arm out to the side, palm face up. Good. Now with your next inhale, lift the left arm into the air, lean to the right side, feel length along the left side of your body. And then exhale, come back up to a tall seat. Inhale again, lean to the right, reaching through the hand. Exhale, return to a seat. We'll do just a few more of these. Exhale, leaning to the side and coming back. You'll notice as I lean to the side, I actually come down onto my elbow. If that works for you, go ahead and do so. Inhale, reach. Exhale, return. Two more. And I like moving in and out of the pose like this. It just lets the body know what's happening before we hold. Good. With your next inhale, go ahead and lean over and stay this. Keep reaching through the fingertips. And then think about rolling your left shoulder, your top shoulder, back slightly, as if you're trying to open the chest toward the ceiling. Good. Something to note while we hold here as well is that your neck is in line with your spine. You're not dropping the head excessively. It's kind of shooting off the spine, kind of heading in the same direction as the hand. And of course, we're breathing here. Good. Now, with an inhale, carefully come all the way back up and stay in center for a moment and just feel sensation happening in the body. Especially since we worked asymmetrically, there might be a difference between the right and the left side. So just note that, and I promise we'll balance that out. So then we'll balance it out. So this time doing the other side, your left hand is going to rest on the knee or thigh, and take your right arm out to the side, palm face up, connecting to your breath, aware of the inhale and exhale. With your next inhale, go ahead and reach the right arm up into the air and arc to the left. Exhale, come back to a tall seat. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, return. Good. Let's do several more. Again, the moving in and out dynamically is really to help warm up the body and to let the body know where we're going before we get there. Exhale, returning to a seat. Inhale, leaning over. Do two more. Good. As you lean over this time, go ahead and stay, reaching through the right fingertips and rolling the right shoulder back, the top shoulder back, as if you're trying to open the heart toward the ceiling. Again, the head is in line with the spine, so it's just shooting off the neck. And one thing I didn't mention on the first side, but I'll mention now, is as you're reaching through the right fingertips, think about your right hip bone grounding down toward the chair. It's like you're stretching in two directions, the hip grounding down and the hand reaching out. Again, we're breathing. Good. Last breath here. And with your next inhalation, go ahead and come all the way up to a seat and release that arm down. Feel sensation. You can wave in the spine a little bit if you feel that a little bit deeper. Hmm. Good. So from here, we're going to move into a twist. So I'll have you bring your feet back together. A nice stable stance is just making sure the ankles are stacking underneath your knees, so that if you lean forward or something, that you can catch yourself. Okay. So we're going to twist to one side, then we'll do the other. So to help us along, you're going to take your right hand and reach across and grab the outside of your left thigh or knee. Your left hand, two options, can just come to the chair next to you, so you can just hold onto the chair, and you'll twist here. If you have a back to your chair, you can reach back and hold that as well. Now, once you have that connection, set up as tall as you can with an inhale. And with your exhale, pull on the thigh, rotate your left shoulder back, and look behind you. Now, we're going to stay in the pose. And with each inhale, sit up just a little bit taller. Have that be your intention. And then exhale, twist a little bit deeper, or have that be your intention, whether the body moves or not. Sitting tall on inhale, and twisting deeper with your exhale. Breathe. Good. Now, with your next inhalation, carefully unwind. Hmm. Again, having worked asymmetrically, just notice the difference between the right and left sides of your body. It probably feels important to do the other side, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So to set you up, your left hand will come across the outside of your right thigh or knee. Your right hand will either come down to the chair next to you, or if you have the rotation in the spine, you can hold on to the back of the chair next behind you. Now, once you have that connection, sit up as tall as you can on inhale. And exhale, roll that right shoulder back, look behind you. Good, twisting. Staying in the posture, sit up a little bit taller as you inhale. And exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Lengthen the spine on inhale, twisting deeper on exhale. Staying for a few more breaths. Good. All right. So with your next inhalation, carefully, slowly unwind. Ooh. And just notice again sensation in your body, especially along the spine from that rotation. We also did those lateral extensions beforehand, so there might be quite a bit happening in the spine. Aware of that. Good. So for the next posture, you'll need a little bit of clearance in front of you because we're going to be doing a forward fold. So go ahead and make sure that's the case. And then there are two options as far as coming into the forward fold. The first is to have the feet and knees closer together. So that when you fold forward, your upper body kind of folds on top of your lap. If you want to, you could also take the feet back into the earlier position with the knees wide, and you can fold forward here. A couple of different reasons why you want to do either. The second version, you'll get more of a stretch in your lower back, and this actually tends to be more accessible for more people. When we have the feet and knees closer together, we're adding some compression to the belly, which helps to calm the nerves. So if you're not sure which one to do, maybe give both a try. Okay? So picking one to start with, take a deep breath in. You'll lengthen your spine. And with your exhale, just fold forward, either over the lap, or if you have your knees wide, begin to sink the heart between the legs. Now the hands can stay on the knees for both variations, or you can allow the hands to sink toward the floor. That's just going to add a little bit more pull to the lower back. So if that feels like too much, just bring the hands back up. And then release the neck here in this forward fold. Your chin dropping towards your throat, the back of the neck lengthening. And we're breathing, whichever variation you're in. Staying for one more breath, please. And then inhale, go ahead and roll yourself back up to a seat. And again, feel sensation. I'm always calling you inward to the sensations in the body. I really want you to be aware of what's happening as we move along. Good. So just a couple more postures and then we'll ground into a meditation. So go ahead and lift your left arm into the air and drop the left hand behind your head. Now with your opposite hand, reach up and grab your elbow, the left elbow, and guide it toward the center line of your body. Okay? And then that hand that's floating back here, bring that as close to your spine as you can. and then lift the chest. We're just going to stay here and breathe for a few rounds, helping to loosen up tension in the shoulder girdle and in the pectorals. These muscles get especially tight if we're punching a lot, if we're computing a lot, typing. Keep the heart lifting. We'll stay for about 3 more breaths. Good. Now, without dropping the arm, go ahead and carefully release it down and just notice sensation in that left arm and shoulder girdle, tingling. Good. And again, we'll do the other side to balance that out. Taking your right arm into the air, go ahead and drop the hand behind your head again. Reach up and grab the elbow and traction it again toward the center line of your body. That right hand back here comes towards your spine, and then let's just lift the heart a little bit more. The chest lifts and breathe. It's good to mention, I haven't said this yet, but that all these exercises we're doing can be done without warming up. So if you find one or two of these that you especially like or that feel really good for you, pick them out and practice them throughout your day, especially if you need a break. Let's stay for one more breath here, okay? And then carefully, without dropping it, release that right arm down. Feel sensation of the shoulder girdle down into the arm and hand. Feeling that settle in. With your hands on your knees, we'll come back into that spinal flex we did earlier. It's just a great counterpose from what we just did. So go ahead and sit tall. Roll the shoulders down the back. Drop the head back and open the heart towards the ceiling. We'll just take 3 or 4 breaths here. Good. Shrugging your shoulders up towards your neck, help your head back up, and then immediately come into the forward fold again. So again, the knees and feet can be closer together or they can be wider apart. Come into your version of this. Hands can stay on the legs or knees. Hands can also hang toward the floor. Breathe with whichever variation you're doing. Good. With your next inhale, please roll yourself up to a seat. Right. So that concludes our yoga portion of this practice. We're going to go inward for a few minutes and just connect to gratitude today. So sit comfortably in your chair. So if you're good where you're at, stay there. Maybe you want to lean back again, like we did when we centered. And allow your eyes to close. And because we've just spent some time with the body, you'll probably notice it first. So just allow that awareness to drop there. Notice your breath in your body. Inhale and exhale. then please bring to mind something that you're grateful for. It can be anything: object, a person, an experience, an opportunity, an idea. You don't have to spend too much time picking something. Usually, the first thing that pops into your mind is the right one for today's practice. Something that you're grateful for. And hold it in your mind as if you were holding it in your hand. And contemplate as you are with this thing that you're grateful for, how your life has been made better because of it, how you've benefited from it, been supported by it, how you've been impacted by this one thing. Contemplate that. Why are you grateful for it? Why are you grateful for it? What happens often is that you just automatically start feeling more and more gratitude. So let that happen. As you contemplate the why, and notice as you feel gratitude if there's a sensation in your body related to that. Maybe it's an energy at the heart, a sensation at the heart. Maybe it's a calmness in the brain. Maybe something else completely. And I want you to continue to let this feeling of gratitude grow. Seeing that thing that you're grateful for, just really let yourself go there. Really let yourself contemplate and be with how grateful, thankful, gracious you are for its existence in your life. Maybe feel it fill your body like light. Allow that feeling of gratitude to overwhelm you as it spreads into every cell, penetrating into every thought, until it's like you're glowing from within, radiant with this feeling of gratitude. And what you may notice if you look at the core of this feeling is that it's emanating from a core of deep rooted peace, calm and unshakable. The only thing that you need to do in order to come back to this state, to connect with this peace, is to practice gratitude for anything, for anyone. And you automatically drop into this, even a little bit. Keep that with you as you notice the breath in the body again. And take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring the palms together in front of you and rub the palms together, creating heat. And take the heated palms over your eyes, brushing back over the top of your head, down your neck, and bringing yourself back to the space around you. Thank you all so much for sharing in this practice with me today. I hope you enjoyed the chair yoga and the gratitude at the end. I'm grateful for you, and I hope to see you again soon. Check me out on Wednesdays for regular weekly yoga, and yeah, take care.